14. Don Quixote advises Sancho. It was time for Sancho to go to the island, and the Duke asked him to get ready.
"I don't have to get any special clothing," Sancho said. "In any fashion. I'm the same old Sancho Panza."
"True," said the Duke. "Still, one should dress according to what one does. A soldier doesn't dress like a priest, and a lawyer doesn't dress like a soldier."
The decision was that part of Sancho's wardrobe would be like that of a lawyer or judge, and part like a military uniform. But Sancho said there and then that he would not part with his own poor clothes. He would take them with him. Don Quixote asked for permission to be alone with Sancho. He wanted to talk to the new governor in private. Most of all, he wanted to give him advice for his new life. These are some of the words of advice he gave.
"Sancho, my son, I thank heaven for your happiness, which you have found even before I found my reward. If you look at it carefully, it is just luck. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to think it's your worth alone."
Sancho was paying strict attention. Don Quixote continued.
"First of all, my son, you should fear God. Fear of God is wisdom, and with wisdom you cannot make mistakes. Second, you should put your eyes upon yourself. That is, you should know yourself, which is the most difficult knowledge of all. If you know yourself, you don't put on airs. If you do put them on, it will only come out that you were a swineherd before. Be proud of what you are. You should never be ashamed of your family of farmers and laborers. No one will make fun of you if you are proud of yourself and your relatives. Look, Sancho, you should always do good, and not envy anyone who has more than you. Material things are acquired, and virtue is more valuable than material things. If a relative of yours comes to the island while you're governor, treat him or her very well. If you bring your wife with you, teach her, because she's not educated. Help her to be polite. Manners are important for people in public life. A poor person's tears should make you feel pity. But if a rich person complaining about the poor one is right, you should do justice. Always try to discover the truth through the promises and gifts of a rich person, as well as through the sobs of a poor one. When you must apply the law, do not impose all the weight of it on the convict. It is better to be compassionate than too stern. If you must pass sentence on a matter in which an enemy of yours is involved, forget you are not friends. Look only at the truth of the matter. Above all, Sancho, be devout and merciful. God likes mercy. If you follow these rules, you shall live a long life and become famous throughout the world. That's all I'm telling you about spiritual matters. Now, let me give you advice about manners. The first thing you must remember is to be clean and clip your fingernails. Don't be sloppy. People will think you're disorganized if they see you unkempt. Don't eat garlic and onion, especially when you have to meet people. The smell will tell you're not well bred. Don't overeat. Health is tied to the stomach. Don't drink too much either. It is not very wise. Don't take too big a bite, and don't belch in front of others. Don't oversleep. Get up early and enjoy the day. Remember that hard work breeds good luck, and laziness its opposite. And one more thing. Don't ever discuss family backgrounds or compare one with another. No one is better than anyone else. You only stand to make enemies when you make comparisons. This is all for now, Sancho. Later on, when there's need, I'll give you more advice.
Sancho spoke at long last.
Master, all the things you said are good, I guess. But what good will they do me? I won't remember half of them. Give them to me written down. You know I don't know how to read, but I can give them to someone like the priest to read to me.
Heaven help us! You can't read? Don Quixote exclaimed. This is wrong! A governor should know how to read and write. I am serious, Sancho. I want you to learn.
Well, master, I know how to sign my name, Sancho said. Later.
May the Almighty guide you in your governorship, Sancho, his master said. Let's say no more. If you are a bad governor, it will be your fault, but the shame will be mine.
Sancho worried about those final words.
Master, if your grace thinks I'm not qualified, I'm resigning right here and now. If the devil is going to take me for being governor, I prefer to go to heaven being my own self, Sancho Panza.
That's enough, Sancho, Don Quixote said. You make me very proud. You are capable of being a good governor, not of one, but of many islands.